Memphis, April 4, 1968. The air crackled with tension, a storm was brewing, and not the meteorological kind. The city was a tinderbox of racial injustice ready to ignite. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was there, a beacon of hope in the gathering darkness. He stood in solidarity with the city's striking sanitation workers. These men, these essential workers, were fighting for basic dignity and fair treatment. Dr. King's presence electrified the city, amplifying their voices. He knew the risks, yet he persisted. His courage was a beacon, leading the way towards justice. The Lorraine Motel became his sanctuary, a temporary haven in the heart of the storm. Room 306, his home away from home. It was from this room that he would deliver his final message, a sermon that would echo through history. The Mason Temple Church overflowed with eager listeners. They hung on to his every word, their faces a mix of hope and anxiety. Little did they know, they were witnessing history in the making. The weight of the moment was palpable. Dr. King had answered the call to action with unwavering conviction. He saw the plight of the sanitation workers as a microcosm of a larger struggle. Their fight for fair wages and safe working conditions resonated deeply with him. He knew that their struggle was his struggle, their fight was his fight. He believed in the inherent dignity of all people, regardless of their profession. To him, injustice anywhere was a threat to justice everywhere. His message was clear. Silence in the face of oppression is complicity. He spoke of economic justice, of equality, of the fierce urgency of now. Dr. King's words were a lifeline to the oppressed, a call to action for the privileged. He challenged America to live up to its ideals. He spoke of a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. A dream of a nation where his children would not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. His words were a balm on wounded souls, a promise of a better tomorrow. The "I've been to the mountaintop" speech was not just a speech, it was a premonition. Dr. King spoke with a haunting awareness of his own mortality. He spoke of the possibility of not reaching the promised land with them, but he urged them to continue the fight, to never give up hope. He had seen the promised land, he said, a land of freedom and equality. His words were both a farewell and a call to arms. They left an indelible mark on the souls of all who heard them. The following day, the world stood still. A shot rang out, a shot that shattered the fragile peace. Dr. King, the apostle of peace, was gunned down on the balcony of the Lorraine Motel. The news spread like wildfire, leaving a nation reeling in shock and disbelief. The world mourned the loss of a giant, a man who had dedicated his life to fighting for equality and justice. His death triggered an outpouring of grief and anger, sparking riots in cities across America. The dream, it seemed, was dying with him. President Lyndon B. Johnson addressed a grieving nation, calling for calm and unity. He urged Americans to honor Dr. King's legacy by rejecting violence and embracing peace. The FBI launched a nationwide manhunt for the assassin, James Earl Ray, who was eventually captured and brought to justice. Dr. King's assassination was a turning point in American history, a stark reminder of the deep-seated racial tensions that plagued the nation. His death served as a catalyst for change, galvanizing the civil rights movement and leading to the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1968.